Alright, hello everybody! Travis Chandler of Chandler Gaming back with another Roller Coaster Tycoon video. This time we'll be going to Dynamite Dunes and seeing what we can do there with the objective. Let's get down to it. Dynamite Dunes, built in the middle of the desert. This theme park contains just one roller coaster but has space for expansion. The objective is to have at least 650 guests in your park at the end of October year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. Let's go. First, we need to do this. Build a couple rides before we do anything else. There we go. We're started now, somewhat. Now we need concessions. Okay, let's get the park advertised. Let's get Dynamite Blaster advertised. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Then we need to build Log Flume. Oh, we need garbage cans too. Son of a bitch. That's okay. There we go. Gotta raise the price to the park. While we're waiting, we'll go ahead and put some garbage cans in. Classic Roman. We're gonna put that like that. Like that. I'm like Donald Trump, I'm building a wall. There. Logger's Revenge is ready to go. Go ahead and advertise it. Dynamite Blaster's getting popular. I've never actually done scenery before. So if it seems like I'm putting a lot down, I've never done it before, so I'm not gonna put the steel mini roller coaster in. No need. The suspended roller coaster, you really want one of those. You really do. They're an excellent source of income. Nope, they want me to raise the price again on them. See, as a customer, why would you tell a company to raise their price? You know? I wouldn't. No, I never put up walls before. These are actually pretty cool. I actually like them. I actually like them. I mean, information kiosk, we're gonna put it in the corner over here. That way people can not have to line up. Alright, I want to see here. You're still not making fucking profit. Okay, we need some more guests. So we'll do free ice cream, why not? Why not? There we go. No, the brown dirt paths, they kind of look shit brown to me. So it kind of reminds me when people puke on them, they kind of remind me of something that the AVGN said in one of his videos. It's like puking on a pile of shit. I miss the old AVGN. I don't like the newer videos. I really don't. I mean, it's great that he was able to evolve and, you know, do more with his videos. That I'm not knocking him for that. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of his newer videos. They're not near as funny as they used to be either. You know? I remember the first time I watched the AVGN, I about pissed my pants laughing. It was right after I graduated high school is when I found him. You know? And I get it. He has a daughter and, you know, he doesn't want to say the F word all the time and he wants to raise her right. And I mean, that's great. That's totally great, you know? It's great he wants to do that, you know? I can totally respect that. I'm just saying, his videos are not nearly as funny as they used to be. It's like Saturday Night Live. It is. It's like Saturday Night Live. Back in the 70s, Saturday Night Live was the funniest. It just was, man. There's no ifs, ands, or frickin' buts about it. It was so frickin' funny back then. You know, it's not like nowadays where, Jesus, it's like, I'm wondering, do we need to move it back? Because I'm thinking that's what we need to do. Move it back a little. But my God, Saturday Night Live nowadays, it's just retarded more than anything. Nothing beats Eddie Murphy being Mr. Robinson. Oh my God, that was so funny back then. That was just so freaking funny. I mean, it totally freaking was back then. I can't explain it. It's just not near as funny as it used to be anymore. Saturday Night Live, you know? And it's a shame. It's a shame, man. It really is. It's really a shame. And I just wish the writers would understand that the shit they're doing is just not funny, you know? And my mom got wondering one night, we were watching the older episodes of them, and she got wondering one night, she was like, shit, is the reason why Saturday Night Live isn't so funny anymore is because millennials are writing it? And I mean, that could be it. I mean, I just don't think any of the millennial stuff is so fun. I just do not think any of the millennials are funny. I just don't. I think they're so retarded. I think the shit they're into is stupid. And, you know, people say, oh, well, you're a millennial. No, I'm not. I mean, I may have been born in that time, but I'm not a millennial. You know, I'm a normal fucking person, you know? I'm sorry, but no fucking way. I will not ever put myself in the millennial group. Because my stepmom actually works with a crap ton of millennials. She works at a bank and she just cannot understand a word they say. And I sit back and think about it. I remember in high school, my dad had to go to school for something. I mean, I wasn't a troublemaker or anything, but they called him in to talk to him about something. I don't know what. But anyway, he was there and he heard these kids talking all this slang and he couldn't understand a single word of it, and he thought it was so stupid that the school was letting kids talk that way. And I remember when I came home that day from school and he said, I went to your school and I heard your kids talking stuff that I didn't understand, and he said, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to let you talk that way. And I remember him saying, too, he said, if you come home talking like that, I'm just going to smack you one in the face because you don't need to be talking that way. You need to talk like you're educated, you know? And I sit back and I think about it. It's like, you know, I'm so glad that he did that, you know? Because really, nobody's going to take you seriously if you talk that way, you know? How are you supposed to survive in the real world if you can't talk properly, you know? I mean, doing that amongst yourself and your friends, that's one thing. When you're not in a professional setting, that's one thing. But, you know, you don't go around talking that way 24/7. You just don't, you know? It's like swearing. You don't say the F word all the time. You don't say fuck all the time, you know? What you say in your own home is one thing, but, you know, you don't go out in public and go, fuck this, fuck that, blah, 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 blah. You know, you don't do that, you know? You just don't, you know? Spiral slide? I'm not going to put a spiral slide in. They're not very profitable. Well, actually, they're not that bad, I guess, but still. I don't know. Let's put one in. Why not? Right there's not gonna work. Alright. Actually, go over here. $1 for the slide. Okay, here we go. Make sure the mechanics can get to it, and they can't, so I think it's 1 in it. I think it is. It is. There we go. Uh-oh. Merry-go-round looks like it's a dead ride. And it is. So is the haunted house. Okay. So we need to put up a new haunted house. Okay, we're gonna get the Egyptian theming. But I'm not gonna put it up because I've already put up the Roman. Okay, gotta raise the price again. They want me to be Ebenezer Scrooge, apparently. Again, like I said, I wouldn't tell a company that, damn, your prices are cheap. I wouldn't say that at all, you know? I don't know. I'm not a fan of those transport rides. Because they take up so much space. But look at this. We own the park now. We own the park. Nice. We own the park. I'm thinking Logger's Revenge is getting to be a dead ride. I'm hoping that's not the case, but I'm thinking it is. I'm thinking it's, I think it's deteriorated. Well, I mean, there are some people in line for it, but there's not as many, you know. You know what I miss is the Iowa State Fair. I remember going there once. And what was really cool about it was there was this lady that used to make sculptures out of butter. There was always a cow. It was always dubbed the butter cow. And she would make other things. Like the year I went, she made a motorcycle out of hand-churned butter. It was so cool. It was so cool. You know? Alright. We're gonna go ahead and close Logger's Revenge. We're gonna go ahead and put a new one up. We're gonna go ahead and put a new one up. We did get the award for the safest park in the country, and it makes you wonder, who gives you that award? Is it the President of the United States? The governor, maybe? I don't know. Does the President go on every ride and see if it's safe? I could see Donald Trump wanting to see if an amusement park's safe by going on every ride. Him and Mike Pence. That Ferris wheel, okay. Where are we gonna put said Ferris wheel? Well, let's see. Will it fit here? It will fit here. Alright. You there, you there. Past you. Move the wall. Okay. Oh, it automatically does it for me. Look at that. $1.80, I know that. Okay. Going for you. Okay. No, I know what Trump would do. He wouldn't ride the rides. He would send Barron Trump to do it. You know, being he's a teenager, you know. That would be Barron Trump's title for the country. Official theme park ride tester. Test to make sure they're all safe. He'd ride it once, he'd get to the end of the ride, he'd be like, I need to ride it again to make sure it's safe. I'm not quite sure it's safe. Just so he could get a second ride out of it. Oh no, I don't think that's safe enough. I need to test it again to make sure. No, there was a funny news clip of the Trump family walking when they were, I think it was right when they first moved into the White House. Barron Trump and Melania had first moved in, and he had a shirt on that said, "The Expert." Now, I could just sit there, and if I was a betting man, I would bet that Donald Trump bought that shirt for Barron, because I could see Donald Trump having that kind of a sense of humor, you know? See, Donald Trump reminds me a lot of my grandfather. Not because of his age, but because of, my grandfather was a businessman. He was in the horse business. See, and, Donald Trump, he's a self-made man who, was in real estate, but he still is a businessman. So, yeah, I mean, it just, you know, that's what Donald Trump reminds me of my grandfather, is because my grandfather, he had a sense of humor on it, you know? And you had to be a successful businessman, you have to have a sense of humor. You know, you just can't be serious all the time, you know? I mean, yeah, you need to know when to be serious. I mean, my grandfather knew when to be serious. But at the same time, he had a sense of humor on it, see? And that's just how he was, you know? It's just... And that's how he sold horses, you know? He was a horse trader, you know? So you were what, $3.50? I think. I did a practice run of this. You were $4. Okay. No, I could see Barron Trump trying to drag Melania into going on a roller coaster with him. I could see that. I don't know if she would or not. I mean, I wouldn't. Okay, looks like Haunted House needs to be replaced. You best. You gotta raise the price of the park again, because people don't want to not have to pay cheap prices, I guess. You know, I'm just so amazed Donald Trump never got into the amusement park business. I mean, he's a real estate tycoon. You would think he would want to diversify and have theme parks in his portfolio, you know. You know, I was watching Rugrats, the later seasons. there's a lot of people out there that don't like the later seasons, and I will say it is different than what it was in the first couple seasons. But some of it was pretty good. Like, one thing that was pretty interesting that I noticed that I never did when I was a kid was Chucky ends up developing a love interest with Susie. Even though that's not official, Chucky does have the hots for Susie in Rugrats. And it makes you wonder, do you think, had it been official in Rugrats, that in All Grown Up, would Chucky and Susie have gone out? Chucky Finster and Susie Carmichael. Speaking of Rugrats, my favorite episode, one of my favorites, was the one with the slide, where Chucky gets scared of going down the slide. What the hell? You not able to get over there, or what? There you go. But yeah, the one where Chucky gets scared of going on the slide. So they ask Susie for help. The babies ask Susie for help. And Susie ends up telling Chucky, you need to say, I'm a big brave dog. I'm a big brave dog. Another one of my favorite is when Chucky gets scared of getting his hair cut. Where Susie ends up trying to hypnotize him. What's going on here? You know, one show, looking at the water slide, one show I really missed from Nickelodeon, this was early Nickelodeon, Wild and Crazy Kids. I always thought that show was so cool. You can actually find the episodes on YouTube. It had an awesome theme too, that awesome electric guitar theme. I'd play it, but Viacom would throw a fit if I did, so, you know, can't have that. Another show I kind of miss too is Nick Arcade. That show was pretty cool, you know. It's just a shame they revealed how they did the Video Zone. As a kid, I mean, that was the coolest thing. Seeing the kids go into the Video Zone to be in the video game. I mean, hell, I always wanted to be in the Video Zone. But it's just such a shame that they released the pictures of how they did that. It was nothing but a big blue room. Such a shame. They should have never revealed that, man. They should have never, ever, ever, man. No, it's a thrill ride. Well, shit. Put it right here. Test you out. Okay. Go $1.50 for it. Okay. Start you up. Get my mechanic. I think it's mechanic 2. And it is. Oh, there you go. Right there. And then I'll need to write it down. Watch this, you can actually pop the balloon by clicking on it. It's like playing Duck Hunt. I think, what's the site called? ReallyFunArcade.com. They had the retro games and they have one at Duck Hunt. You use the mouse as the shooter. Found that in high school. We actually used to play on that site in high school. Uh-oh. People aren't lining up. What's up? Oh, it's too expensive. Let's try that. All right, we made it. The objective was to have at least 650 guests in your park at the end of October year 3 with a rating of at least 600. We killed it. We achieved the objective with a company value of $55,769. Wow. All right, that was Dynamite Dunes. I'm going to save this because, you know, I'd maybe come back later and work on it some. But that was Dynamite Dunes. Hope y'all had fun watching this one. You know, I'll be back in the next video. We'll start the next scenario, which will be Leafy Lakes, or whatever it's called. And I will see y'all next video. Bye-bye.